Well, good morning, folks. Welcome back to the farm. I gotta admit, I feel like a pile of hot garbage today. I spent the whole week in Calgary doing some work stuff there. Drove back up home, and I don't feel that hot today. Making lung butter. It's kind of gross, but despite that, what doesn't change is the fact there's things to do. So I get the tractor out. I gotta take a round bale. Instead of putting it in with the sheep, I'm going to put it in the paddock behind the barn, and then I'm going to bring the sheep into the barn. We're going to sort the ones that have lambed off, and they can go into that paddock behind the barn. And there's 3 that still haven't lambed yet, and then I'm going to keep back kind of in the lambing pen. I don't know, who knows when they're going to lamb, right? So I want to get the rest of them out, kind of out in a big open field, so they can really stretch their legs, and that'll help to reduce parasite load. Mainly is the biggest concern there, right? As things start to warm up, bugs start to wake up, I want to get them out into the big open field. I don't want them to be all contained in a small area. So we'll get that done. And then what else? I think we're going to try and get the side-by-side onto the trailer. It's a crew cab side-by-side, so being that it's so long, I know the last time I tried to load it, I bottomed out. And then the ramps kicked out from underneath me. It was a bit of a gong show. So we're going to try not to have a gong show today. But we're going to get that on there and then maybe take the kids for a ride down to the river. And then I guess the old bishop's coming to church this evening, so we better take the kids down there and they can sing them a song or two. It's going to be a full day. Alright, slight change of plans here. The tractor battery's completely dead. So I got the booster on it. I'm going to go over, fetch up the sheep, put them in the barn, and then I can get ready to pull the tombstone feeder out from the lambing pen. They've been at that all winter, and they've packed down quite a bit of waste hay, stuff that they've just put in their mouth and spat out, you know, because it's not the filet mignon of hay. Sheep are kind of spiteful like that. But anyways, there's quite a pile of waste hay there. So once I do get the tractor fired up, I want to pull that tombstone feeder out and then pile and stack that hay, because of course it's mixed with urine and manure from them walking on it and stuff. And then that'll form quite a nice compost pile for the garden for next year. So it gets better. I think the battery charger is actually, you plug it in and it just goes right to there. You pull the cables off, there's no arcing, no sparking, nothing's happening. I even tried touching the two together, no sparks. Wire brushed everything, nothing. So it might be making power inside that box, but it's certainly not getting to the end of the connection. So I'm gonna get a big old set of booster cables, get that tractor going here. Okay, we're all hooked up here. Let's give this a try. That's better. Well, all the sheep are sorted. A few bad words were spoken. I don't really know if it's possible to try and handle livestock in any kind of fashion without saying 1 or 2 bad words, but at least that gives me something to ask forgiveness for when we go to church this evening. So I'm just filling up some molasses here in my bucket. I'm going to haul that out to the lick tanks. So I had 2 lick tanks in with the lactating and pregnant ewes. Now that the lactating ewes are off by themselves and the 3 remaining pregnant ewes are just in that pen, I'm going to take 1 lick tank out and put it in the field, top that up with molasses, top that one up with molasses, and then I've also got to run a pail of molasses over to the rams. Well, that seems to be the theme today. Things are not going according to plan. So I had the 3 pregnant ewes in this pen all by themselves with 2 bottle lambs. And I come over to bring the molasses, and I was like, Jesus, sure quiet over here. Where are they? Maybe they're hiding in the shelter. Maybe they're behind that big pile of hay that I just stocked up. And then I come over, I looked at this panel, and it was just completely moved out of the way. So even though it's tied up with a chain, they pushed on it and pushed on it and pushed on it till they could squeeze through that gap between the panel and the barn. And they're just out in the field with their friends. So I guess those 3 can just lamb out on pasture. It's warm enough. We're just gonna have to, it'll give us some exercise. We'll get to walk out there every day, and we just won't worry about this nonsense in here. You like that stuff, don't you? Hey, I can't see where I'm pouring. You're gonna make me make a mess. There, it's all yours now. Have at her. Well, it sure is nice to see him out here in the field, though. Lots of space to stretch their legs and run. Nobody's stepping on each other. Well, I got the side-by-side loaded on the trailer. I'm about out of gas. The side-by-side was out of gas, but I had a jerry can kicking around. I was able to get it filled up, so it's all loaded up. See if we can get the kids loaded up here. And it's shaping up to be a nice day, so I'm hoping the guy will start feeling kind of half human again once the sun hits him. I'll get a bit of lunch here, and then I think we're gonna head out. While I'm back home here now, we did have the side-by-side out. We went for quite a nice little run. Then we went for potluck beside the church. And I somehow, I don't know, I ended up with getting like an allergic reaction, breaking out in hives. Finley's not feeling good, so I brought her home. I guess maybe I shouldn't have said those bad words earlier. I'm being punished. Anyhow, I'll get Miss Finley to bed here and make myself a cup of tea, and chances are I won't be very far behind her. So, you know what? I gotta feed bottle lambs yet too. So, oh well. I'll get Miss Finley in bed, then we'll go feed bottle lambs, and then I'll make a cup of tea, and then I'm going to bed. Maybe have some Tylenol too. Anyone have some Tylenol with me? Yeah, we're gonna have a Tylenol party. Take care of some business here. So I'll let you go for now. I hope you're feeling better than we are. And we'll see you tomorrow.